Good morning. Let's give this guy a look over. I bought this probably 30 years ago when they were not expensive. Today, if you look this thing up, it's like over $100 if you can find it. I've cooked on this a lot of times. It needs a new pump assembly. It comes out simply just like this. You just pull it out. See? Mine needs a new that. But I'm making it work by pulling it out, and then you fold the edges of the pump back and make it where it pumps, and then it'll work for like one pump up, and then that's it. But this is how it works. This one's a dual fuel. It'll run on gasoline or the Coleman Camp fuel, or there's other brands, but you know what I mean, the white gas. I think I'm gonna try and season my pan. There's a lot of different oils you could use to season a frying pan skillet. But I kind of like to eat lard. It's what we use, and it's here. So why not? I've been looking at other stoves, and I can't really see the benefit of changing. I use a Coleman heater when I'm camping, so I already have the Coleman fuel. I've cooked breakfast in this little pan many times in my boat. Eventually this little carrier tube gets hot enough to where it's vaporizing the gas to where you don't get the big flames. It has to get hot. The pan's getting hot. When it's so hot that you can't hardly hold the handle, it's time to turn it down. I just want to kind of swirl this oil around and get it all over real good, so that my pan will turn good and black. Oops, I spilled a little here. Usually when you're hunting you have gloves on, so you can handle the skillet pretty easily. But that's how I do my breakfast when I'm hunting. If I do it. I haven't done it for quite some time, because when I go down south, I only hunt from sunrise until maybe 10 o'clock in the morning, and by then, you know, if you get hungry, you can just go somewhere and get something to eat, I guess. But if I wanted to do a blind breakfast, this is how I do it. And this could stow in the bow of my boat. There's a little compartment where it'll fit right in. Same with the skillet. I can just kind of throw that in there, and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I've got a couple spare props and some tools up in there, and the boat papers. But bring along some eggs and bacon and some bread and cheese, and you're good to go, really. That's really all I got. I was excited, wanted to show this before, I lost the ability to do that. But this is what I do for breakfast. I could take a bigger skillet and cook lots of eggs and stuff, but usually it's just me. I've done sausage and eggs, I've done bacon and eggs. Either way, it doesn't take much fuel in this thing to cook a meal. You could probably go for several days without having to refill it. This design is very tried and true. It's old school. It works. I've taken it apart and cleaned it. There isn't much to it. And you could get parts for repairing it too. It's starting to smoke, which is about where I want to be. When smoking, it's putting the carbon on the pan, turning it black. That's what I'm wanting. And now, my little skillet there is nice and black. And what I'll do, or I did for years, back when I was a lot younger, was I would cook dinner, or breakfast rather, in that skillet, and it'd be all dirty and eggy and stuff, right? So what do? When you're there? You just cook breakfast on the bow of your boat. You bring paper plates so you could just, haul your trash out with you or just burn it or whatever. And you got this dirty skillet. What I would do is I had, usually I got my boat pulled up on the bank, kinda, where I'll just push it up to the shore as best I can. And then I'll just throw the skillet in the water to cool it off. And it just sits there until you're ready to go. And the eggs and stuff will just float off. And I guess fish will eat it, probably. Or turtles. But the skillet would be clean just by setting it in the lake. Or whatever. And black. I've done this for years, and my wife was kind of critical about it at first, but she realized that cooking on this thing seasons the pan better and better and better every time you use it. Skillet, They just turn black and good. The lard and cooking breakfast in them, it's good. And just throw it in the lake when you're done. I've actually forgot it there and came back and got it a couple days later before. It's a skillet, big deal if you lose your skillet. I've got several. They're cheap enough to where you could buy another one. And cooking in a skillet is old school. It's the way to go, kind of. Once you start doing it, it's just like your go-to thing. Cooking in an aluminum pan that's been painted with some kind of coating just doesn't seem very healthy to me. Yet, that's what a lot of people do. This is, about as real as it gets. I don't even know if I've got a coated pan like that. I think I've got one, but I don't use it for food. I use it for melting wax for the ducks. And my wife has done something with that pan. I'm not sure where it's at. But I do have a El Cheapo Walmart skillet. I don't think I'd use it for cooking. Just because of how it's made, and it's just a spray coating. Your non-stick, blah blah. They sell it up like they give it weird names like copper and granite, and that imply strength. But this is the way to go. For backpacking, I don't think so. You're not going to carry around a big ass skillet. But if you're a duck hunter and you want to cook your breakfast out in the blind, this is it. They even got a little plastic case you can keep that stored in. That's kind of nice and has a handle. The storage case looks a lot like that. It's a different color and shorter, but you could have one for your lantern and one for your stove as well. And then all you gotta do is carry your skillet around and your bacon and eggs and stuff in a little cooler, like a lunchbox, say. That's how I roll. And then I could carry my food with me and cook it and have hot food out in the blind. That's kind of a delight if you ever get a chance to do it. Food tastes especially good when served outdoors. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you, and thanks for watching. That's how I do my blind meals. Bye-bye.